Hello, welcome back. Today we've got a little crack here. We've got a few repairs that we're fixing up. And this is common, this is in nearly everyone's house. Okay, there was actually a tree growing outside, tree roots. The tree's gone now, and we're hoping this is gonna settle now. So, you don't need to put that on for this repair. But I have a few other things to do. I have a few screws here and I have some tape. So first I'll try and stitch either side. It makes sense to try and get a screw in this side and then get a screw in that side. That's what we'll try to do. And right here, there should be a timber going up there too. So I think we'll get lucky on one of the sides. And these are very thick gauge screws. I think we got one all right. One smaller one. Rather than just going over the patch again, I like to try and get some screws. And even if they don't go into timber, if you pull them out and there's a hole, at least you can push mud in there so it kind of like anchors it a bit better than without it. So as long as they're behind the surface now, we're ready to proceed to the next step. And the next step, we've got a little bit of mud here. I should have done it more, but I didn't. Chip that away and then get some on your blade. I like to use a 6-inch blade, a Hyde 6-inch stainless steel blade is my go-to blade. I should really take that off, it might make it a bit easier. You just want to get mud in behind where we're going to do the tape. So to cut this stuff, you just probably don't need more than that. Just pull to the side, cuts. It is like fiberglass and it does have fibers. So try not to breathe it in and touch it too much. For all you kids out there watching at home. And if you've forgotten where your crack is, it's there. So you just add a bit more. And I think it went up on a bit of an angle, most of them do. See the cracks there? So we'll get the mud back in there. I go a bit more in case you're using paper tape for this repair. You want the mud totally covering everywhere, but this Fibafuse doesn't matter as much. All right, that's covering it. And then push on one end and drag the tool back evenly back. And then put the excess on there to make sure that tape is flat and bedded. And now we're up to the blending process. So I'll get more mud and I like to put it on and then take it off. Often you like to play with it a little bit and that's fine. Good practice if you're just doing this at your place, if you have a bit of a project. But nearly every house has this kind of issue. Oh, and did I mention that there's like 2 to 3 coats for this process. This isn't it. This is just bedding the tape and filling that crack. There's a little bit around here, the corner here. Put a bit of mud on the corner. Try to get that flat as we can before we walk away from it. That'll do. We're going to put another coat over the top. That'll shrink back a little bit. By the end, that patch will be about this big. So don't try to get it all happening in there at the one time. So that won't work. All right, that's pretty good. Let's get a close up on that. That's first coat.